we're going to start. Okay, I'm going to start the recording right here with your what? With your project. So, if you want, if you mind, you can share your screen so you can show me what your advancements are, and that's it, right? So, for me to
Yes.
see which your advancements are, sorry, and for me to give you some guidance. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
So if you mind,
We were
share your screen and show me what you have.
okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. We hadn't right but we were junior. You have a lot of noise there.
Yeah, yeah, not to worry. Okay, so theoretical framework. Okay, after that, there needs to be a what an introductory paragraph talking about what we are going to find inside this section, right?
Yeah, we were just reading about some theories,
Yes.
and here we are writing like a review of what we were reading.
Uh-huh.
So we have a doubt about the factors because we have identified that the factors are already established. Well, some factors. So we want to know if we how can we mention these factors in the theoretical framework? For example, one of these factors is a lingual factor, or for example,
Linguistic.
a
Lingual or
linguistic.
linguistic? Where have you found
Okay.
that information, lingual factor? So if the information is like that, if the term is like that, like lingual factor, you need to use your what? Yeah, the author you have found in order to validate that term. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
But in this case, we are talking about intralingual and interlingual factors. What it does mean, Sandra says. Yes, Sandra?
Yes. Yes. It's intra and inter. In the document said that there were lingual factors. They were. And
Hmm.
also there are other factors that can be biological. I read that, but I don't remember. No, it is not here. But also there are personal factors, environmental factors.
Hmm.
So how can we mention that? Because we are going to be working in which are the factors that affecting foreign language that or
Language.
that
Hmm.
um, that yeah that um, affect
Affected.
the foreign language and society. But we already know some factors, but we don't know how to talk about them without saying that these factors are the factors that are are affecting our participants.
Okay.
So how can we mention these factors
Give me a second.
here?
Okay. So you're talking about the intrapersonal determinants of or uh,
These are the factors that some authors has established. Um,
mhm.
for example, here we have AIDA, We have identified four factors causing anxiety, which are speech anxiety, fear of negative evaluation, fear of failing, comfortableness in speaking, and negative attitude towards the class. Mm, it
Okay.
can
So
be,
here we're talking about determinants. Okay, good. You have you might you go up. Oh, okay, thank you. Horwitz, communication apprehension. Uh,
Test anxiety
test
for
anxiety,
information.
fear of negative evaluation. Okay, your ideas are good, right? Because they're going to be tightly related to that. Would you mind to go up, please?
yes.
You mind to go? Okay, here. Educational
Where,
field or psychological? No, here. The variables are
no,
foreign language anxiety and oral production, right?
Yes.
So you're taking that into the psychological field and into the educational field, right?
yes,
Okay. So the foreign language anxiety is going to be inside the psychological field, right? Or
Right.
in both?
yes,
So, in,
Both
both,
or both?
yes.
Okay. And the oral
Mm,
production is going to be related to the oral production development, oral production, and the oral acquisition, right? Okay. So in order for us to take this into account, I needed to talk about like the psychological issue and the educational issue related to the foreign language anxiety. Therefore, what I need you is to explain what the authors are talking about this. Okay. And then what I would like you to do is to mix those ideas within your context. Therefore, based on your experience and based on the what? On the observations that you have conducted, or well, maybe not this time, but maybe on what? On your own experience, what we can do right here is going to be what? No, you're going to try to validate this idea by number one, explaining the whole theory. Number two, what you're going to do is to what? To to tie or to link the theory with the ah yeah with the context, right? Why? Because we need to explain what is happening inside the context, and if what we are seeing or what we're watching inside the context has been explained inside the theory, right?
mhm. Okay.
Okay, that's it. So have you written something related to the order production?
Not yet. We were
Okay.
uh, we
Eh,
were
on
reading about the
on
factors.
what on WhatsApp I shared the document related to uh on WhatsApp I have uploaded an information document related to Brown, right? And in there you can find relevant information related to the order production, acquisition and development, right?
Teacher, how we can include the theory about oral productions. We have to talk first about all theories about anxiety and then about oral productions.
Okay.
Or
Yes and no. Well, what I would like you to do right here is going to be number one, to define what is going to be foreign language anxiety and determine the sub-variables inside it. Okay. So you have over there some sub-variables, like for example, the transfer approach.
Yes.
The other one is going to be the intrapersonal determinant. The other one is going to be communication, apprehension, test anxiety, and fear of negative evaluation, right? So all of those ideas are going to be the sub variables that you're going to what to define. And once you have defined that, you're going to see the pertinence or the importance inside your context, right? So meaning that you're going to try to validate this theory, no, yeah, your problem by showing your context and explaining all that phenomenon by your by implementing the theory, right? Or by explaining the theory. So that is going to be the link that you need to do. Theory and the context and the problem. So you're going to see over there if there's an explanation, a logical explanation about the problem by taking into consideration the theory, right?
This theory, content, and problem.
mhm.
And that's all, right? The same thing for order production.
Um, what is the theory? Okay, teacher.
Okay. Anything else?
Um, about theoretical framework, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay. Let's do the following thing. Try to write as much as possible, and then we're going to create another space for tutorials. And in there, I'm going to review your advancements, right?
Right.
Okay. So,
Teacher, I
yes.
was also I was working in the corrections. I don't know if you could see them. Just about the purpose.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I write this, but I don't know. It is okay.
Thus, in order to identify the different factors that influence the
Um,
communicative process on foreign language teacher learners, this study focused on students' oral productions and coma and whether the existing factors increase the foreign language anxiety problems. Okay. Based on our experiences as students, the communicative language skill has been the most difficult competence to acquire and to put into practice during the classes. Therefore, we became interested in understanding how the existing factors in the academic environment affect the communicative competence in learners. As students, we realized that although we had the linguistic basis, we were not prepared needed to interact with, next page,
please.
with other students not ready nor ready when presenting our ideas in oral production without feeling comfortable or anxious. In terms of FL proficiency, the program where this study will be conducted requires will be conducted. Don't use that comma. Avoid the comma.
Where
Will be
conducted?
conducted. Yeah.
Will be come back to it.
Okay. So no comma there. Yeah. Requires its students to accomplish the levels of language proficiency depending on the semester that is being course. Following what is established in the common definition for movement of foreign languages as a recommended to obtain bachelor degree. Yes. Next, this. Thus, this study will explore the development of students' oral productions inside the classroom, taking into account the behaviors shown by some learners while interacting in front of the class of a class, and the main factors that can be associated with the students with the students' foreign language anxiety. Yes, in order to understand why it is produced and how these factors influence the students' achievement. Yeah, nice. You've
It
been
is
working
okay.
on. Yeah, I think it's okay. Yes. So there you're showing what is the
Okay.
purpose. So you want to show that. You
Yes.
want to prove that. You want to show what is the reality behind the what this cartoon.
Okay. That's all I think.
Okay,
Ah,
thank you.
about
Okay.
the objectives,
Objectives.
the
Mhm.
Okay.
objective and the research questions.
Okay. To identify the questions that cause language anxiety in the oral production of six semester. Okay, sounds good. Okay, guys,
Sorry,
what I would
teacher.
like you
This
to
is
work at the questions.
yeah,
Okay,
the
questions.
questions.
Guys, I needed to divide that into grand tour question and sub questions. What is going to be the grand tour question? It's going to be the most important question. And then which are going to be the sub questions? I needed to divide that.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Divide. Divide.
Divide this question.
Okay, so you're going to disclose this understand the decision, and then we're going to say, example, grand tour question. What is that? And then sub questions. It's going to be like that. Remember, the grand tour
Mm-hmm.
question is going to be related to the general objective, and that the sub questions are going to be
Is
related
this
to
one
the specific objectives.
objective? I don't know if these questions are related with the specific objectives. But here with this, how it is manifest.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, the specific questions are these ones,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and the objectives. That's all.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Follow the parameters that I gave you related to how to use that, and that's it.
They are they are okay, or we have to change something.
Okay. Let me see. Does the okay? Careful when we say does EFL influence students' oral communication? If so, how it is manifested? No, that is not a sub question. That is going to be a question for an interview, right? So, for example, I would say,
Okay.
how how does EFLA influence students' oral communication, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Or in which
Okay.
way, is or in which way, for example, in which way is FLA manifested in students' oral communication? And then it's going to be different, right? But remember
Mm-hmm.
that this needs to be uh, following one of the specific objectives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sure. So That's all, teacher.
Okay, thanks a lot. So I'm going to continue with the last group, and that's
Thank
all.
you.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to stop the recording here.